Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, I'm Dede Gina Jakiah. As a second presenter, I would like to share you about principle and procedure for adapting materials. Actually, material adaptation means matching material with learner needs, teachers' demands, and administration purpose. McDonald, Shaw, and Masuara in 2013 mentioned that the reason for adapting is dealing with the modification of content, whether that content is expressed in the form of exercise and activities, text, instruction, tests, and so on. In other words, the focus is on what the materials contain, measured against the requirement of a particular teaching environment. That environment may necessitate a number of changes that will lead to greater appropriacy. On the other hand, McDonald, Shaw, and Masuara argue that following principles should guide materials adaptation. First, personalizing. Personalizing here to revert to increasing the relevance of content in relation to learners' interests and their academic, educational, or professional needs. The second is individualizing. Individualizing will address the learning style both of individual and of the member of a class working closely together. And the last is localizing. Localizing can take into account the international geography of English language teaching and recognize that what may work well in the region may work in another. After that, we shall now look at the question of procedure as the main techniques that can be applied to content in order to bring about change. There are a number of points to bear in mind. Firstly, adaptation can be seen as another kind of matching process, where techniques are selected according to the aspect of the materials that needs alteration. Secondly, content can be adapted using a range of techniques or conversely a single technique that can be applied to the different content areas. For example, a reading passage might be grammatically simplified or its subject matter modified, or it can be made shorter or broken down into smaller parts. The techniques of simplification can be applied to text, explanation, tests, and so on. Thirdly, is adaptation can have both quantitative and qualitative effects. In other words, the teachers can simply change the amount of materials or we can change its methodological nature. And finally, technique can be used individually or in combination with others. So the scale of possibilities clearly range from straightforward to rather complex. In adapting materials, the teachers can adapt or create their own materials, but most of the teachers are not creators of teaching materials, but providers of good others. Dede, Evans, and Sechon in 1988 suggest that a good providers of materials will be able to first, select it appropriately from what is available, be creative with what is available, modify activities to suit learners' needs, and the last is supplement by providing extra activities. So that's all. Hope you guys can get the point from my explanation. Thank you guys for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.